Okay, so the Vaquita is kind of a bluish gray porpoisey kind of creature, and so there's a bit of a conflict of what we would do with the water. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start the water with some blue, just some real I think I'm using, yeah, it's just an azul blue. Okay, so right here I'm just adding some red, some blue. I'm coming in with a little bit of white in a couple areas. Right now we're just gonna pull and we're gonna bring it in some texture. I'm not gonna collage on this one because I plan on doing a lot of embroidery and a lot of other things, and each piece needs to have like a cohesive feel, but a different feel, of course. And so right here I have the dots, and I'm going to start by pulling in those colors, getting to the edge, pulling in. Because it is so gray and blue, I want to have a mixture of blues in this around it for the area it lives. Okay, so you can see right there. Some people might want to add a little water and smooth that out. For right now, I am going to leave them pretty distinct. So pull that in. And I like our Saola, I am going to grab a little water eventually, and I'm going to grab those white areas. But right now, I'm just moving around the page. Mixing that up. Oh, I like that white. That white right now feels like it's blending really close. But when we get done here, it will be okay. Just remember, when you are working, every painting, every collage that you work on has a tendency to go through what I like to call an ugly stage. And I know other artists call it that too. And it just means that, I don't know, there is something about art that when it's not completely done, you just, I don't know, it's not beautiful. Let's just put it that way. Okay, I like that little white right on there. Gives it a little glow. Okay, we're gonna turn it. I turn it so that my hand's not right inside the paint. Okay, I really like this purple that's happening there. I think though, sometimes that clock is going to be the death of me. Okay, I am going to get up there. I am going to grab a different brush when it comes to that. We're going to get some real pretty pink here. I know that this is supposed to be water, and you're like, where does pink and purple come from? But it's going to help our little guy have its own space because colors are so similar. I'm gonna actually set my brush down here. I'm gonna grab that little brush that I was using earlier. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm pulling in some water, and I'm just gonna go real close to my collage if I get on top of it, I'm not terribly concerned. But I do want to keep some of those lines fairly straight. I did have some excess water on my brush. I might grab some more because now I'm gonna pull into those whites that we were talking about earlier. There we go. What I love about this process is you never know what's gonna happen. Another thing I guess you should know is that sometimes you make mistakes, and you know, you just keep working it until you pull it out. It's not going to be the end of the world. I see a lot of people when I'm working with them go, oh, it's a mistake, and they just want to start all over. And I guess I'm not really like that. I like to be challenged by coming back and adding those colors and layering. I'm a layer. I don't know. What would you call someone who likes layers? I don't know. I know the term spicy enchiladas out there right now. I don't know if I'm spicy though. I have a few friends that are. Yeah, maybe I am too. Okay, walking around, getting those, you can see how I'm getting those edges. I am using an acrylic paint here, if you're wondering what kind of paints I was using. And you can see I'm pretty freeing with it. I don't know. For me, art, my life is pretty controlled, and I have a lot of people I love and take care of, and I suppose take care of me at some point. And so this is maybe that place that I can just experiment and be pretty free with it. Okay, so right there. Oh, see, I love, okay, this right here. I don't know, some people might not like. If you notice there's this like really like glowy spot here. My guess is that is where, when I was painting that that matte medium, where it landed, and so it's pushing that paint. And I'm gonna say, hey, let's keep that because I really love how it looks with that tail. Here we go. We're gonna come back up. Again, I'm just kind of chasing out those whites. I am gonna leave some of these hard edges with the color. I think later on that's gonna be really beautiful for like reflections. Also, if you remember, I do a lot of mixed media, and so I have an idea of how I'm going to give some dimension to this blue, and it's going to be with embroidery thread. So changing that brush. Oh, let me rinse it out a little bit. I have a lot of blue on it, and I really love how this purple is right here. I kind of am going to bring that softness out. There we are. Kind of like that, where it has that little bit of a soft glow. Okay, the sizer's coming through, you can see. I'm not real worried. This is pretty watery right here. Let's try, see what happens if we go like this. The way I view it, if it's something I don't like, we'll just redo it. Okay, oh, I kind of love that. We're pulling up some of that paint and giving it some texture. fingers. Yeah, this is not for the faint of heart, obviously. Other people are probably much neater than I am. So there we have our step 2, and we have our background.